Hello and welcome back. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. Your support is a big motivation for me, and I hope I can keep entertaining you with my videos. In today's preview, we are going to talk about the two-time IPL winners, Kolkata Knight Riders. So, what's the first memory that comes to your mind when we talk about the KKR team? Well, it's that first game from the opening season, isn't it? When Brendan McCullum lit up the IPL, the breathtaking knock of 150. Before that, no one was sure what the IPL would be, how the IPL would pan out, how the audience would take to it. But McCullum's that knock made it sure that the IPL was here to stay. Why are we talking about Brendan McCullum? Because 12 years down the line, McCullum is back in the KKR setup, this time as the head coach. So expect the KKR team to play some bold and aggressive cricket under his realm. And they've started it in the perfect fashion, especially at the auctions. They picked up the highest bidded player in this year's auction. Pat Cummins went for a whopping 15.5 crores to the KKR team, making him the most costliest overseas player in the history of the IPL. The other picks for them were Ian Morgan, Tom Banton and Chris Green. These players join along with Sunil Narayan, Andre Russell, Loki Ferguson and Harry Gurney. Harry Gurney unfortunately has injured his shoulder and has been ruled out of the IPL. The news coming in is that his replacement is Ali Khan, the player from USA who's played in the CPL recently. What an opportunity this has been for Ali Khan. Rubbing shoulders with the likes of Andre Russell, Sunil Narayan, Ian Morgan, Pat Cummins, Dinesh Karthik. Well, it's a dream come true. This is what the IPL brings. Gives opportunity to young talented cricketers to play with their idols. So I hope Ali Khan has a great experience with the KKR team. In the domestic setup, they have picked up Rahul Tripathi, which is a great pick for them, I feel. Varun Chakravarti and the not so old Praveen Tambe. So that's what the KKR squad looks like. So what's the starting 11 for the KKR team? Sunil Narayan will surely open, but he does not have Chris LYNN with him this time around. Chris LYNN and Sunil Narayan were a devastating combo. They were very good at the power play overs. Chris LYNN is very good against the fast bowlers. Sunil Narayan was very good against the spin bowlers. And moreover, they used to give the perfect start for the KKR team and could easily set up the base for them. But with LYNN going into the Mumbai Indians, that vacant spot has been filled up by Shubham Gill. I think that's the perfect spot for Shubham Gill this time around. Not only for the KKR team, he's the future for the Indian cricket as well. And I think in this season, he could prove it that he's a big player for the future for the Indian team as well. Number 3 would be Nitesh Rana. He's had a prolific run season for the KKR team, scoring for them heavily. And he should be at number 3 for them. He's played some beautiful knocks for them and he could lay the platform for his team. Following Nitesh Rana would be Ian Morgan, Dinesh Karthik and Andre Russell. 3 of the most devastating T20 players in all over the world right now. Their strike rates in the death overs is a minimum of 180. That's how destructive they can be at the end overs. It just takes them an over or two to change the complexion of the game. So that's the strength of the KKR team. Following them would be Rahul Tripathi at number 7 because they have the likes of Andre Russell and Sunil Narayan in the top 6 with 2 bowling options and Dinesh Karthik as the keeper. They have the cushion of playing in an extra batsman lower down the order. So Rahul Tripathi would be at number 7, followed by Pat Cummins. He's a handy batsman as well. And KULDEEP, the other, would be at number 9. 10 and 11 would be the 2 domestic fast bowlers out of the lot of Prasidh Krishna, Shubham Mavi, Kamlesh Nagarguti and Sandeep Warrior. So that's what is the starting 11 according to me for the KKR team. So what are KKR's chances this time around? For starters, they have had the international players have had a good outing already. The likes of Sunil Narayan and Andre Russell are coming on the back of a good CPL season, whereas Ian Morgan, Tom Banton and Pat Cummins are currently playing for their respective countries. So the international players are having some good cricketing experience behind them. The only weak link I see in this KKR side is the form of Kuldeep Yadav. He had a very poor season last time around, picking up just 4 wickets in the 9 games and eventually being dropped later on in this tournament. I hope he comes back strongly, because with Kuldeep Yadav in form, this team has a totally different look. And we have most of the departments covered. KKR is a well-rounded side. They have good experienced players. They have good young talented players. And I do believe that they could make it to the playoffs this time around. The first match for the KKR side is against the Mumbai Indians. And there's already a big blow for them there. The Ian Morgan and Pat Cummins will not be available for that game, because they are just coming on the end of a series against each other. Australia and England have been playing a ODI series, and they are just finishing that series, and they'll be coming over to the IPL. But because of the quarantine rules, they'll have a 7-day quarantine period, and because of that, they'll miss their first game. So instead of Morgan, I think Tom Banton will come into the side, and instead of Pat Cummins, I think Logie Ferguson will make it to the side. Surely, as the tournament goes on, Pat Cummins and Ian Morgan will be playing a lot of bigger roles in the side. But as I said before, the team has a very well-rounded unit and have all the bases covered, and I think they will make it to the playoffs this time around. Very soon I'll be coming up with the preview of the other teams as well. So keep watching, and I hope you like my video. Goodbye.